Hey, what's good, y'all? I'm Exact Prolific. And of course, everybody knows Beyonce dropped the album Lemonade. Then there was talks of Jay-Z dropping a whole album to respond to the song Lemonade, explaining his side of the story. Which I never agree with and I hope he doesn't do. But instead, what he did do was respond to Lemonade with one song, and that's basically one verse if you really get down to it. And that's one verse on the song All the Way Up. He did a remix on All the Way Up, basically responded to Lemonade. Now that's something that I can agree with right there. You just touch on it, one short verse, that's cool. But what's even bigger about this is the fact that he's doing an official remix with Fat Joe, which was a rival for a long time, based off of a situation that happened in Rucker Park. You can Google that, you can YouTube it and see what happened. Basically, Fat Joe and Jay-Z, back in Jay-Z's super peak when he was a rapper on the scene. They were both coaching teams, and basically he didn't come for the last game, the championship, because he went on vacation with Beyonce, and Fat Joe. There was a lot of stuff. I don't even want to get deep into it. You could YouTube that, but it's monumental for the simple fact that these dudes were rivals for real for over a decade. Over a decade. And finally, were able to bury the hatchet, in part because of Memphis Bleek, doing an interview on Nori's podcast, and because he did that interview on Nori's podcast, plus a lot of other things that also happened over time, they were able to bury the hatchet. Shout out to Nori. But long story short, these two rivals, these dudes were rivals for real. It wasn't like the Fat Joe 50 beef where they were beefing because Fat Joe just did a song with somebody 50 didn't like. This was a much more deep-rooted beef. Anyway, they premiered the song. It's crazy. They premiered the song at Yankee Stadium. The remix with Jay-Z on it. And it played throughout the loudspeakers. And on Beyonce's tour, the two of them came out on stage. And it was pretty much a Instagram-worthy moment where the two of them came out on stage together. I never thought I'd ever see this happen. This is amazing to me. Like, I already thought it was monumental when 50 and Fat Joe made nice on their beef. But this, I never saw this happening. Jay-Z and Fat Joe, I never saw this happening. But it did, and he put out a hot track. On the track he addresses Lemonade, talks about Prince's passing. Got some hot bars on there. And, I like how in the artwork they have the picture of Fat Joe, Remy Ma. They don't have Jay-Z, but they do have his name there. Fat Joe, Remy Ma, Jay-Z's name. And at the bottom, they say featuring French Montana and Infrared. I like how they included the producer's name like an artist on a song, because the producer almost never gets shine. Period. So hats off to that. Y'all leave a comment in the box below. Tell me what you think. You could follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Exact Prolific. Don't forget to subscribe. You could download the new podcast episode. And for you rappers, we got hip-hop instrumentals. You can find that link below. And links to my social media below. You can click those links. I'll talk to you later.